Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some space here. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Going to 53.
Here's Elliott. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, defense. 13.
Breeze now. Buying time. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's Breeze to throw. And Cook has it left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
95
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready? You ready?
Let's go.
We got 21.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
36. Alert 3.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Skirts by him at the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Kill. 47.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Check.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Breeze. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Elliott running right. Spins past him. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 19-yard line.
Kill.
Mike 47.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
There we go.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready?
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their own 23. Brees now to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And another negative play there as they stop him again. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it third down. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 19 in picking up the first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee.